Hello ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between, and none of the above, welcome back to We Love Your Deck. With this weekend being the pre-release weekend for Final Fantasy, I figured now would be a great time to start upgrading the Commander Precons, and today we'll be going over the Esper Scions and Spellcraft under Y'shtola, Knights Blessed. For a generic, a white, a blue, and a black, you get a 2/4 Cat Warlock with Vigilance. At the beginning of each end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, you draw a card. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell with a mana value of 3 or greater, Y'shtola deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life. For much of our upgrades, we'll be looking into higher cost spells that allow for Y'shtola to consistently deal damage to your opponents, more ways to either burn them or gain you more life, and even some benefits for casting spells during your opponent's turn. Starting with more life drain like Risky Shortcut will draw you 2 cards on top of shocking everyone. Having similar effects to each other, Enduring Tenacity and Sanguine Bond will have your opponent lose more life as you gain life each time. Campbell, Console of Allocation, is a decent stacks piece by punishing your opponents each time they cast a non-creature spell and then gaining you life as well. Though our commander draws you cards, we'll need more, like Curiosity, which we'll be putting on Y'shtola, meaning each time her second ability goes off, you'll draw a card. Or Treasure Cruise, which, even though it costs so much, you can make cheaper by drawing a bunch of cards. Another big spell you'll be able to cast for cheap will be Dig Through Time by digging 7 deep into your library and grabbing 2 of them. You'll also be looking to cast spells during your opponent's turn, so Wavebreak Hippocamp will draw you a card whenever you cast your first spell during your opponent's turn. To be able to cast more spells during your opponent's turns, you'll want spells like Frantic Search, drawing you 2 cards but also untapping up to 3 lands. And then the counterspells Unwind and Rewind will also make sure you're untapping your lands more consistently. Speaking of counterspells, we also have Undermine, which, along with Y'shtola's effect, will get you triggering her first effect. Not everything you'll be able to play during your opponent's turn, so we have a few ways to make that possible with Leyline of Anticipation, which will give things flash, and if you start the game with it in your hand, you can put it into play for free. Or High Fae Trickster, that is also a creature with flash that gives you flash as well. With all the cards being cast during your opponent's turn, Alila, Cunning Conqueror, will make you a fairy token during their turns, and then those fairies will goad your opponent's creatures. And even to spite those goaded creatures, Etherized will return those attacking back to their owner's hands. Something that will help with the deck with all the burning of your opponents you'll need to defend from your opponents, like Ghostly Prison, will make your opponents force your opponents to pay 2 mana for each of their attacking creatures. Or if none of your opponents are running white mana, Norn's Annex will force them to pay 2 life if they don't have white mana to pay for it. If you like what you heard, I'll be posting the upgrades list to my Moxfield, and if you have a commander you'd like me to cover, drop it in the comments. Since you made it this far, why not give me a subscription? And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side, Planeswalkers. And remember, be good to each other.